Once there was a great thief who spent his entire life stealing, but he was never caught. The whole world knew he was a thief, and even the emperor was aware of it. The emperor once summoned him to the court and honored him, saying, "You are an extraordinary person. Everyone knows, we all know that you are a thief. You never hid your reality, and despite stealing, you never got caught. Your art is remarkable." Years passed, and when the thief grew old, his son asked, "Now teach me your art. Who knows when death might come?" The old man agreed and told his son to accompany him the next night. The next night, the old thief took his son along. He broke into a house with such concentration and dedication as if a painter was painting or a sculptor was creating a sculpture. The son was trembling with fear, even though it wasn't cold. He was so scared that he kept looking around nervously, while the father was engrossed in his work without looking around even once. When the preparation for the theft was complete, the father took his son inside. The son was trembling, his hands and feet were shaking, and he was breathing heavily. He had never been so frightened before. The father, on the other hand, was walking as if it was his own house. They entered the house, broke several locks, and finally, the father broke the lock of a large wardrobe and asked his son to get inside. As soon as the son entered, the father locked the wardrobe and put the key in his pocket. The boy was trapped inside. The father then went outside and shouted, "Thief! Thief!" and escaped to his home. The whole household woke up, and even the neighbors gathered. The boy inside the wardrobe was hitting his head in despair, thinking, "What kind of teaching is this? I'm doomed." The father had locked the wardrobe and taken the key with him, leaving no way for the boy to escape. People were looking around, following the footprints left by the intruder. A maid came to the spot where the boy was trapped. He was clueless about what to do, but when intellect fails, inner consciousness awakens. Suddenly, he made a noise like a rat gnawing on clothes. The maid thought there was a rat inside, fetched the key, and opened the wardrobe to check with a lamp. As soon as she peeped inside, the boy blew out the lamp and pushed her away, escaping from the house. Seeing him, 10 to 15 people chased after him, causing a huge commotion. The entire neighborhood was awake. The boy ran like never before, barely believing he was the one running. He reached a well and threw a large stone into it, making a loud noise. The crowd thought the thief had fallen into the well and gathered around it, while the boy hid behind a bush. When he found the opportunity, he sneaked away and returned home. He stormed into the house, furious with his father. The father was calmly sleeping under a blanket. The boy pulled the blanket off and shouted, "What is this? Do you want to kill me?" The father calmly replied, "You are back. Now, we'll discuss the rest in the morning. You've learned the art now. There's no need for further teaching." The son, still shaken, narrated the entire ordeal. The father laughed and said, "You have learned the art. This art cannot be taught, but you are my son, my blood runs in your veins. You've grasped the essence. A thief must act beyond intellect. Every moment is new, every house is different, and past experiences are useless. You must remain aware and alert every moment. This inner awareness is the key." Osho, in one of his discourses, refers to this story. He explains that the art of meditation is similar to the art of thievery. It requires consciousness. When intellect steps aside, awareness arises. When awareness comes, thoughts automatically dissolve.